To finish up our series of the top 5 worst hitting drills of all time, I'm going to talk about the teardrop drill, or the drop from the sky drill. Now, before I do so, I'm going to precursor this to why the drill is bad for hitters. And the reason being that the biggest problem that most amateur hitters or young hitters have is they don't go through the loading process correctly. Number one reason is they simply don't have time. Tempo is rushed, and when tempo is rushed, the body will either load in one piece, that means lower body and upper body will load at the same time, or the most often case is the upper body is left out altogether during the loading process because it doesn't have time to do so. So we have to control tempo in a slow pace where we basically want the hitter's unique loading mechanism not to be rushed. So whether they go through a short loading mechanism, whether they have a longer loading mechanism, the whole idea is that they have enough time to complete their load without ever feeling like they have to do it fast or they're rushed in the process. So this is why the drop from the sky drill is inefficient. We put hitters in a position where they have to react suddenly. They don't have time to go through their loading process, and they have to take their hands quickly to the ball. Well, that was the purpose of the drill. Hitting coaches wanted to make sure, get your hands to the ball quickly. Get your hands to the ball fast. And this drill will absolutely make you do that. The problem with it is it's going to make you push your hands to and through the ball. I can get inside doing that, but with a pushing mechanism that doesn't create bat speed until I get out front. Plus, it's going to force me to fire my upper body at the same time as my lower half, or most likely ahead of my lower half. The most common error in the sequencing of the swing. So we're teaching hitters with a bad drill to be very inefficient in their swing pattern. Now, don't get me wrong, you'll find on YouTube that Joe Mauer has a hitting tool that does this drill for you, as well as demonstrating his swing pattern on the drill. Joe Mauer is out-athleting a very terrible drill. The only way we can make this drill efficient or usable is to put kids in a post-stride position fully loaded where they feel themselves anchored into the ground in a full scap load and then getting themselves to unwind from the ground up suddenly to get through the ball. But if we were to do this post-stride type of drill, I wouldn't drop the ball from the top. I would do it off of a tee, or I'd do it from a front toss position. But what we like hitters to do in most cases, and most often, is put them in drill scenarios where they're going through the loading process comfortably and then unwinding comfortably at the same time, or explosively, where we go through the whole process of the swing each time. If we can get hitters to load efficiently, the unload process, which is the swing, is very, very easy. So this is why this drill makes our top 5 list, is we're doing a drill here where it either forces the hitter to have to speed through the loading process or not do it altogether. And then you have a hitter that's going to be constantly pushing his hands and firing from the top.